Hi, today I'm going to be talking about the role of the hips in the golf swing, especially on the downswing. So we're going to have three key moves that we're going to look for, and that's going to improve your consistency of strike. You're going to be able to create more club head speed and, more importantly, hit straighter shots. So let's get stuck right in. Okay, so move number one is rotation of the hips, especially in the backswing. So I have an alignment rod through my belt buckle here, and we're going to get into posture. So what we're looking for is we're trying to create about a 45-degree rotation of your hips. That's going to allow us to really load up in the backswing and allow your upper body to rotate around it. I'm going to imagine there's an imaginary wall there. You're trying to get your right glute on the wall. If you find in this position you've leveled your hips, chances are it's because you've stood up. So we're still staying over the shot. Bum back, so your right leg will start to elongate, left knee goes in towards the golf ball. Imagine you're a karate chopper and you've got a block of tiles there. You've got to wind it up, trying to take that shoulder back, and that's how we get that feeling of elongating. Okay, move number two then is how do we go from our rotation on our backswing? What's the first move to get in to that delivery position and impact? So you've probably all heard the term bump your hips towards the target. Now where you've got to be careful with that is if you've wound up correctly, bumping of your hips can tend to lead to this dipping of the right shoulder. So you can see my arch in my side here. I've got a massive side bend. Now this alignment stick is pointing up to the sky. That's going to lead to a lot of blocks, shanks, ground first strikes. And if you do manage to strike it, it's going to be very flippy or very thin. So we don't want that move at all. I want you to try and feel like you're leveling everything out. So what we're actually trying to do is get your left hip back over your left ankle without your shoulders tipping. Okay, so and in practice you can do this. You can over exaggerate this move. It's what we call leveling out. Okay, you can see there my hips are pretty level, shoulders are still level. Okay, so this is the move. This is the bump, but it's a shift. Okay, you've got to imagine like you're going downwards. See the stick there, it's actually pointing down to the ground. That's what I want you to have a feeling of. That gets your weight back into your lead foot. Okay, now if we look at it from this side, you can see here, there's my rotation, upper body rotation. So as I move down, it's like a squatting action. So I'm looking to actually put so right hip is now the pivot point. I'm looking to put my left hip back back in line with my right hip. Okay, so it's rotate, push back. You can see how really scrunched over I am. This is the feel. It's a bit of an over-exaggerated feel, but gets us in the ground, gets us back onto that left side. Once you're in that position, you can start to get a feel of, can you now hit the head cover with that alignment stick through your belt buckle? This is if you can or not. So I'll give you some exercises to show you what we can do to improve our hip disassociation. But this is the move we are looking for to stay in the golf shot. So one way of doing this is if you brace your upper body against something and then just practice clearing those hips one side to the other. Put your head around it, can you then do it without? Yeah, so as you saw, we're trying to clear that left hip backwards. Okay, adding a little bit of extra crunch, almost like you've been hit in the stomach, before we then extend and fire the belt forward. Right, so on to move number three. So this is where, if you've got these first few bits right, we need to now do the most important thing, which is finish it up. We've gone from this spine angle being in this bent over position throughout, back, down. Okay, what we don't want to do now is keep that position through the shot, because you're either going to plow into the ground, or you're going to have to lift your arms up out the way to stop yourself plowing into the ground. So we need to now learn to extend in your follow through. Here you're looking at thrusting your belt buckle up to the sky and almost giving a little bit of a curvature of your spine here up into this lovely balanced position. Pressure is going to be in your left heel and your right toe. So imagine you're a boxer and you're delivering an uppercut. That's the sort of sensation we're after. Okay, nice and balanced. You should then be able to step forward, go and get your divot. All right, let's give this a little whirl and see if we can clip this one away. So rotate, push back, extend. Lovely jubbly. Give it a go. Let me know in the comments how you're getting on and if this has been of help, and I shall see you in the next video.